Merry Bowl season, everyone. I'm Brett Gibbons with thelines.com, and today we're breaking down the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl, played between Liberty and Toledo. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Lines YouTube channel because we're breaking down all 41 bowl games plus the national championship game. When we get to that point, we're going to be here all December and into early January breaking down every single one of these games. But let's jump into the Boca Raton Bowl. We got Liberty, we got Toledo. Rockets are favored by 4.5 points. Game kicks off Tuesday, December 20th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You can watch on ESPN. It's got an over-under of 54 points, kind of right in the median of what we're seeing with all these bowl games here. It's also played at FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, hence the name of the bowl here. It's one of 12 FBS stadiums that's also primary home to one of these bowl games. So it's always fun to see two unrelated teams playing at these FBS home games. Keep an eye on the weather forecast. It does matter. We are into December, January, where things get kind of dicey, even in Paradise, even in Boca Raton in South Florida. They are calling for rain during this game. So keep an eye on that. It could affect the total. It could affect sides here. So yeah, just make sure you're up to date with Boca Raton weather. Just search it on Google. Liberty. What a downturn this team has taken. Hugh Freeze, their head coach, is gone for Auburn. And since he left, the effort has just not been there. They dropped a game to UConn before it was announced, but I assume Hugh Freeze kind of knew what he was doing because it was announced the Monday after that game. And then you see that follow-up game against New Mexico State where they just got blasted. It was 49-14. New Mexico State, especially against this really good defense and talented defensive line, New Mexico State had no business scoring 49 points that game. That's an effort thing. So make sure we're paying attention to teams that are motivated and are going to potentially have effort issues in these games. Liberty is one of my big checkout candidates. You see it. We saw it with Florida and Las Vegas Bowl. I think Oklahoma is probably one of those teams where, Liberty started 8-1. They had a win at Arkansas. It was awesome. They were looking great. And then they dropped all three of their last games. And it's kind of it's a brutal consolation prize to end up. No offense to the Boca Raton Bowl, but that is a tough consolation prize to have considering where this team was at in early November. Momentum matters. Teams that do poorly down the stretch play poorly in bowl games, and teams that heat up down the stretch play well in bowl games. So just keep that note. I think that's my biggest red flag for Liberty. They're also down two defensive starters, linebacker Ahmad Walker and defensive lineman Dre Butler. They're not playing. They hit the portal. So that kind of gives you an indication that maybe these players aren't as invested in this game as they maybe should be. And the defensive line coach, outstanding defensive line coach. This was one of the best units throughout most of the season. Again, until the effort fell off there, he's gone with Freeze to Auburn. So he won't be coaching in this game either. That does hurt the motivation of his players. So now let's look at Toledo, the good. Daquan Finn, he was able to play in the MAC championship game. He looked somewhat hobbled. The Rockets offense wasn't quite as electric as they have been all season. Finn wasn't as effective with his legs. So he may be a little bit hobbled. He's had some time to recover. He probably will start in this game considering he played in the MAC championship. In Toledo, they opened up as a 1.5 point favorite. So we've seen 3 points movement in their favor. And teams that have 2 or more points of movement cover roughly 60% of the time. So we're not even talking about, will Toledo win or lose? We're talking about indicators say that they are going to cover this 4. And there's actually good value on this money line because if you convert -4 spread into money line, you're looking at like -194. But I can find them at time of recording here on Monday late afternoon. You can get them for -155 at DraftKings. You can get them at 164 in FanDuel. So take some consideration. I know it's not fun to lay -155s and -160s, but it does give you an extra 4 points of wiggle room. And converters will tell you that this is pretty good value here. So if I'm betting anything, I am going to bet Toledo on the money line. I think that they win this game, but because they're in the MAC, because their quarterback's possibly hurt. Jason Candle, their head coach, is 1-4 in bowl games outright. Don't love that. But it's a good defense. It's a team that I know can control the pace of this. They're playing a team with motivation issues, with opt-outs, without coaches. So I think I like Toledo to win the game. However, laying the -4 kind of goes against what I do during bowl season, and that's fading the MAC and betting on more talented teams here. So again, finding good value on the money line is important. I'm taking Toledo on the money line for as low as you can get them. But hop on over to our Discord channel where you can connect with over 4,000 sports betting fans. You can get live updates in our college football server, opt-outs, market movement, coaching changes. I'm posting as much as I can in there. And if you click on the hashtag rolls server, drop an emoji under my name, you'll get my live bowl bets all December long into January. You'll get notifications to your phone if you drop an emoji under my name in our hashtag rolls server. But don't forget to subscribe to the Lines YouTube for daily bowl videos and comment what side you lean on this game. Do you think, well, Toledo's in the MAC. They're not built to win this game. Maybe some suspect competition, or Daquan Finn, he might be hurt. I'm fading him. Or are you on Toledo? Or are you willing to roll the dice like I am on Toledo here? Comment below. Let me know on Twitter at Road to CFB. Respond to this on Twitter, wherever you find us. Let us know what your bet's going to be in the Boca Raton Bowl. But thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'm Brett Gibbons, and have a very merry bowl season.